Let's Talk TCI Real Estate is live. And as always, we are talking about all things real estate in the Turks and Caicos Islands. It's always a pleasure when I can have other professionals on the podcast to be able to share their invaluable experience with myself and with you, the listening audience. So like every other podcast, today is no different. And we do have a very special invited guest. And I know about talking about North Caicos is a dear thing to me. You would have heard me say many times that North Caicos is my go-to relaxing place. When I am tired of the hustle and bustle of Providenciales, I jump on a ferry and I go to North Caicos and I relax. You've heard me say that so many times. So today in studio, we have someone else who I know that North Caicos is so dear to his heart. And I want to say one more time, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to put it in the comment section. And I will be just looking at my phone from time to time, just in case there is anything that you want to ask. And I'm sure that my guests will be more than happy to try and answer those questions for you. So today's top subject is about North Caicos, Middle Caicos, talking about the infrastructure, the possibilities, and what's happening in North Caicos. Is really good to get an update. So again, feel free, tune in, and be a part of this conversation. I would like to say to you that my special guest for today is none other than Honorable Arlington Musgrove. I've had several persons from the Ministry of Physical Planning, Infrastructure, and Development, and I am so delighted to have him with us today. Please, at this time, greet the audience.
Hello, Turks and Caicos. Hello, Middle and North Caicos. Thank you, Mrs. Delancey, very much for having me. Mm-hmm. And congratulations on the 7th edition of your show.
Thank you so much. I can't believe that it is already, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm seeing what's happening on my cell phone. I can't believe that it is already season 7.
Yes.
When I first started, I didn't know that I would be on 7 seasons. But I guess, you know what, when you're passionate about something, you have the drive to continue going.
Yes.
And I feel that this show is, for me, I think, very much a learning experience. And I enjoy finding out what's happening around the island through this platform. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So today, I know that there are people who are listening in who is actually very well would like to know what is happening in the island of North Caicos. But before we dive right in, I want to say that you have had other ministerial roles. Mm-hmm. Now you, like we say, you are the Minister of Planning, Infrastructure, and Development. How are you settling into this position and getting up to speed with its responsibilities?
Yeah, again, I appreciate being here. But I used to be the Minister of Immigration and mm-hmm. Border Services. Now I'm Infrastructure Development. Physical planning, responsible for airports authority, ports authority, disaster management. I just came out of a very important meeting with my executive team and my extended team, directors and deputy directors, putting in place the stuff for the new budget coming up in May. Mm-hmm. But I work with a wonderful set of people. Mm-hmm. And they're the driving force behind whatever I do.
Yes.
But infrastructure development and physical planning is kind of in line with my profession. As you know, I'm a builder by trade. Mm-hmm. And so I have a lot of hands-on mm-hmm. with this department. I go there early, I work late, and just to get the projects out because I understand the projects. Every project on my desk mm-hmm. that I understand. So it's, I align better with this than now. Immigration was back in immigration, I had a wonderful PS, so we were there banging and hitting every nail there is. But this is very good.
Well, I'm glad that you are aligning with this ministry very well, so we can see great progress.
Yes.
So tell me, What are some of the new development and infrastructure projects that are currently planned for the Turks and Caicos Islands? And more specifically, I wanted you to give a general idea, but more
Okay.
specifically, afterwards, tell me some of the things that is in store for North Caicos and Middle Caicos.
Okay, so let me start with Providentialis. And as I said, just came from a meeting. We're going to do some roads.
Okay.
We just decided to do the road from somewhere in Snake Hill to connect up with Dockyard to help alleviate some of the traffic coming out of Blue Hills. We're also going to do a road from Five Keys, come around the back of the airport to connect up with that road in there, going into Blue Hills or coming around. We're doing a road from Dewitt Center area around the corner there by the airport, by the hospital road. And that road is going to go straight up to Venetian Road to help alleviate some of the traffic on Leeward Highway. Now I know that some people doesn't want to see traffic light. I don't want to see it as well, but I have no choice than to put 2 or 3 traffic lights here in Providentialis. One will be by the Blue Hills corner, and one will be by Susieton corner. I am contemplating where to put the next one because if we do Venetian Road and do a turning lane, then that will help the traffic going west. And we don't have too much pressure going east. So the next light will be, if not Venetian Road, maybe by Beaches Corner. As for
Sorry, the traffic lights actually, I think, is going to help with the control of traffic
Yes,
even better.
because
So we won't be dependent on the manpower.
manpower
to plan
or
everything.
waiting for someone to let you go through,
Yes.
So that is the plan. We're having a little congestion now by Allegro Road, where we call it Ramada Road back then. So it's 7 Stars Road now.
Yeah.
So we are opening up that road up by where the LaPorte gas station is to come through by Coca Bistro. And then we have some other roads, small roads we're going to do in Providentialis. In Grand Turk, we're going to do, got that's out for evaluation now, got that allotment. And some other small roads we're going to do up there as well. In South Caicos, in the next budget, we're going to do $1 million worth of road in that area. And then do some small works in Salkey that where the water is crossing one part of the road. It's not so much money for that one. In North and Middle Caicos,
Before you get to North Middle Caicos, just because of those roads projects you are talking about, I want to understand. You say you're doing these roads, and I know some of these roads have already is probably crossing through private properties, etc. Is all of that settled in terms of how the logistics of how that's going to work to make this all feasible and possible?
yes, I just put one of my DAPSAC on that one. But everyone we talk to that the road is passing, they are willing sellers.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we were trying to find one person, and just last week, the person found my department and said they're willing to sell. And in that area, so they're jumping to sell or give us access to pass because they are landlocked anyway.
Okay.
So they need that road to open up their land. So that is probably a good thing.
Right.
The piece in the back of Napa going up, passing wine cellar, there's one person there that's a willing seller, and everybody else is no problem.
Well, that's good to know because I know
yes.
that's a concern about many residents when they hear about the road access, and I know that over the past that has been some of the reasons for some of the delays in getting alternative roads.
Yeah, but we're talking to a few people, and as I said, my DAPSAC Williams is on it, and I don't foresee any issues with acquiring those properties.
Okay, so in North Caicos and Middle Caicos.
In North Caicos and Middle Caicos, we in contracts now at the Attorney General Chambers for Whitby Road.
Okay.
And phase 2 of Whitby Road will come out next year after May budget.
Okay.
And the grading of the road in Medjay Hill where Chad and Harold Gray and those live, we're going to do that. We got a piece of road in Kew. As you know, most of North Caicos, what's accessible now is already
right. So when you say Whitby Road, I just want to make sure, does this also include Whitby Haven area?
All of
Or
it
just,
behaving. Well, it started from Paradise Baptist Church,
yeah.
straight up
Providence.
to Providence
Yeah.
Baptist Church. Sorry, you're right. Paradise is the 5Ks. Providence Baptist Church, and then straight up to Desi Road. I don't know the name of that road, but Desi live on the road. Then we go up around the corner past Davil, and we stop about 100 feet past Kelvin and Pat Hamilton,
Okay.
and then that'll be phase one. Phase two will encompass some more, go through Jeter Road and stuff like that. For Middle Caicos, we're gonna do some paving at the Larmas. We just finished a brand new bathroom facilities in Larmas.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes, we just did the final touch on that day before yesterday.
Okay.
So we're going to pave that area. Then, of course, we're trying to acquire the land going to Bambara Beach. Many persons don't know that's not a true road.
The access where the huts are you referencing? Sorry, Bambara Beach. I was
Yeah.
thinking because the huts are on Larmas Road, Bambara.
Bambara,
Yeah.
with Hassa.
Yeah.
Because now this is owned by some family, but they are willing to deal with government on it. But that road will be there for forever. And the tender for the Bambara Beach, that will be going out within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Right? That's the $850,000 project. So that will be going out within the next 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll be ready for next season.
Okay. So you are excited about all of these new improvements.
I am, and of course, as we continue with North and Middle Caicos, I have some great news that I can share with the public.
Okay. So let me ask you this: because of you're talking about all the things that you're prepared to do, how is it that the ministry decides where new projects that are going to be located? How do you decide which projects you're going to do first over other projects?
Well, we are cabinet ministers, and of course we have backbenchers. But a government with that vision, we have a 2040 document. A government with that vision, you set a plan, and so we said, I think we now getting ready to do a new school.
Okay.
We're either going to put that new school in Cheshire Hall or put it add up to one of the existing school, right? So you let's go by need basis, really. We're getting ready to put a new clinic in Blue Hills.
Okay.
Right?
I've heard something about
yes,
that.
Just so the public knows, it's already designed. We did the final touch on the design yesterday. We doing the business case and then the ITT, and of course the Minister of Finance, Honorable Premier, will give us the money to construct that building. So hopefully by October, let's say summer, the construction of that new clinic will start. We just gave out the contract for the demolition of the existing clinic in Blue Hills. Just waiting for the PS and the Minister, Honorable Carl Knowles, to tell us when to do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So are there any upcoming private public partnership or major investment that is planned for North Caicos, particularly like in the housing or tourism or community facilities?
Well, we still have the housing, and great news that the housing for Providentialis, as you know, we're getting ready to do over 200 houses in the tender that went in yesterday. So we had 9 persons tender for that contract.
Awesome.
Yeah, and hopefully that go through very well. And then we move on to North, Middle Caicos, Grand Turk, and then South Caicos. As far as partnership with the government, but we have a lot of private stuff going on in Middle and North Caicos, and then of course some stuff in Grand Turk as well.
Okay. Just because you touch about the housing that's happening here in Providentialis, and I know that for even since last year we were talking about having the housing for affordable housing, and you were talking about the tender. So you have a few persons who have tendered. What's really I would say a few times I see that the tender was pushed forward. What's creating the delay? Because a lot of people are up in arms trying to figure out when will they be able to get into a housing, have a key.
Well, the reason why it was keep on pushing forward is because, or pushing back, I should say, is that the bidders,
Okay.
when you have, I think, 2 or 3 bidders ask for extended time, then you are obligated to give like 1 or 2 extension on time. Some people say they need enough time and this and that, but which is a good thing. You cross all your dot all your I's and cross your T's, and so that you have a good tender document.
Right.
So we're hoping that when we go through the evaluation, and this will take like a few weeks to do this,
Right.
because of 9 tenders. You don't have that kind of tendering coming into the government. Usually be like 3, 4, but not 9. This is unheard of, But that showed the enthusiasm, the excitement around the housing market.
Well, it's good to know, because I think also, like, I was just wondering if we were getting that type of response in terms of persons putting bid forward to tender it. So we are, which is good. So hopefully we should have something soon and tangible to be able to present to the general public.
Of course.
Because it's very much needed
man,
in
it's
Providence Islands especially.
And we're not just stopping here. We already met with my team again to say today. We are ready to start and figure out how we can roll out the next phase.
Okay.
So hopefully within the next 2-3 months, I will have some more news about housing for the general public, and not only with Providenciales, but with the other islands as well.
Yes, which I still think is also needed.
Yes.
Okay. So the beginning of last year, I think it was at the very beginning, January of last year, I thought it was a very good announcement when I saw the renaming of the airports in Middle Caicos and North Caicos. And a lot of people got very excited about that, especially persons who, people are living there because they feel like something is coming, because over the years you've always heard about all of these things that are coming for the island. But to see something like that, you've actually felt the impact of it. So can you give us an update on the construction? Can you give us an update on the construction of the terminal building and explain what are the remaining steps in the process of bringing this project to completion? Where are we at?
And thank you, and I was excited as well. So the Clifford Gardner Airport. Let me start with that one first. The Clifford Gardner Airport, the tender for the runway and all the nerves is going to close on the 4th of February.
Okay.
We have a lot of tenders. We're supposed to close this month. Some tenders keep on asking for extension of time. The most we could give them is the 4th of February. Sorry.
February.
And so it's apparently we're going to have a lot of tenders come in for that. And once that happens, then we do the evaluation, and then we'll go straight into construction. But the good news I had for Northern Middle Caicos today is yesterday afternoon, the CEO sent me a note that the drawings for the terminal building is finally finished.
Well, that's great.
And they sent it to me yesterday afternoon. I spent all night. I went to sleep 3 o'clock this morning. Spent all night looking over it. They asked if I need to change anything. I saw one thing I need to change. I will convey that message to him tomorrow. And then, this will show you how fast the stuff is moving. While I was at my meeting this afternoon with my team, the CEO again sent me the design from the design package from the interior designer in terms of the color scheme and all this stuff. So if you see me smiling too much, it's just that I'm so doggone excited. So I'll have to go home now and look at how that look and what will be compatible and to really fit in with the color scheme for Northern Middle Caicos.
Right.
As for the Eric Otter Airport, we have someone there who's renting the space. Very good food. There's a restaurant there, and of course we have a few, probably 3 or 4 people wants to lease that airport for flight training school. Some people want to do it. A local pilot wants to do some stuff there as well. A lot of engagement going on with North Caicos Airport. But I am so excited that this afternoon, after seeing what the CEO sent me, I'm over the moon.
Right. I definitely think that the full opening of the international airport for the Clifford Garden Airport is going to be a game changer
Yeah.
for the island of North Caicos.
And I can speak to this because while I was at my meeting today, I had a breakaway for a virtual meeting with my CEO and another developer who wants to do aircraft hangar
Okay.
on Clifford Garden Airport to store private jets. As you know, we are in a salt climate over here, so most people don't want to leave their private jets out in the element.
Right.
So they can fly to North Caicos, store their jet, and they stay in Provo for 3-4 days or how long they want, and their jet will be protected. So I am over the moon today.
So you think we will soon see some groundbreaking for this and for
I think you will see the groundbreaking for
the terminal?
the runway. I should say by end of February, middle of March.
Okay.
And for the terminal, probably another 2-3 months as well.
Okay, so I'm saying, so we see something happening this
Yes, definitely. Definitely before the summer. Yeah. As I said, I saw the stuff came in from the CEO from yesterday afternoon, and I saw what came in today.
Yeah.
I am ecstatic.
Yeah. Well, I know that you are working hard towards this project, but we also know sometimes there are setbacks and delays within the system, and that's the only reason why I was asking, because, sometimes we want to hear that positive news to know that things are happening the way it's supposed to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to, there are a few questions that are coming in. Before I read those questions, I want to ask you one more question, and then I'm going to take a few questions on the stream. Now, you were talking about the roads in North Caicos, but I know that North Caicos have several low-lying areas, that are prone to flooding. Are there any plans in place to address these issues, island-wide, and especially in places like the Three Mary Keys areas or any of those?
Well, okay, so, we had a flood a few months ago.
Yeah.
So we went in there and we drilled a lot of wells. Since then, we haven't seen any flood area in that area. Probably saw a place down at going to Belfield Landing. I have to reassess that and to see how best to get the water off the land there. In Three Mary Keys, it's a more complicated, and I sorry I cannot give you a definite answer.
Right.
How to remove that water from that area. The reason being is that that's a pond, right? And when the pond overflow, it's then it goes with tide and with the excessive water on the land.
Right.
So I cannot give a direct answer. I know, layman terms, that if I had anything to do with it, then I would dredge from that pond straight to the ocean and to see if that drained. But you'll have to have to do EIA studies, expert opinions, and the likes of it. And I understand your concern, you being in real estate. We have the Anai Hotel is getting ready to start construction over in Three Mary Keys area, and they are concerned as well. But I guess to help alleviate some of that, we have to lift the road because the load is some places, but the load is the same level with the pond. So that is something we have to look at. We haven't done it as yet. DDME and myself will probably within the coming months take an assessment of what to do and how to do it, and engage the developers from that area.
Yeah, because you have a number of people who are out there who have also bought out there, but also it is a tourist location spot where a number of people go. I know for one, when I first started real estate, I've always heard about Three Mary's Keys, and that was one of the first locations that I tried to locate because I've heard my dad talk about it so much. And of course, it's a very lovely area, and I mean something like that. It's everybody wants to go out and to be able to access it. So it's not just about a tourist thing, but it's about us as even locals accessing this point at all times when we need to access it. So and I know that there's an issue with the road there.
Yeah, I would love to deal with that because I say that is That's a area that will yield
Yeah.
plenty benefits and stem duty for us. And you could talk about the reason why the place was named Three Mary Keys.
Correct.
It's I heard the story is so exciting. We have to talk about that off here.
Yes.
But you're right. Property sales over there, especially in that area, is growing very well, and it's also give you another view or another road to get out of there. You could use Sandy Point Road, or
Correct.
you could use that road as well.
Correct. You briefly just mentioned the development that is supposed to go out there. Now, I have heard about it beforehand as well, but I hadn't heard anything of recent as to it is a done deal and it is going to happen.
It is a done deal. Their plans are passed. I don't know for sure if they're developing agreement and sign as yet, but I know they were working on it with the Attorney General Chambers and Invest TCI.
Right.
But I think it went to cabinet already. I can't be certain.
But it's still on the table.
But it's still on the table.
Yes.
I talked to the owner, I think October of last year,
Okay.
and they are still going ahead with it. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's good. All right. Let me just look at a few of the questions, and then I do have a few other questions for
Okay.
you. All right. There is a question. Oh, when do we expect Clifford Gardner Airport construction to start? So that's a question
Yes.
that you have already answered. Can we get police in the Blue Hills community, the road leading to Front Road, to direct the traffic? Probably. Someone said that the Blue Hills Clinic is an awesome idea. When you spoke about unaffordable housing, what type of prices they are going for, as the housing is so expensive and no longer affordable for middle class people?
Well, I don't know what the bids consist of, but I know what the government is looking for. We're looking for probably 2 bedrooms, around 200,000, 205,000. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. 2 bedroom, 2 baths, probably another 210, 15,000, and 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Probably, I don't think we should accept anything over $250,000 for our people.
Right.
I'm a builder, and I know what affordable homes cost. So with government giving you, and I forgive me, public, if I try to preempt the tender process. I can only be honest with myself and with my people.
Yes.
If I'm going to do affordable home, the government giving you all the exemption, the sand, the block, the cement, everything, I think you can turn these houses over to our people for $250,000, $260,000.
I mean, that's a good price range. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we call affordable.
That's affordable. I mean,
Yeah.
you're looking at the average person making $30-something $100 a month.
Right.
You cannot expect for that person to pay no more than a third of their salary on housing.
Yeah.
And so that will be the range I would be looking for. I don't sit on the panel,
Right.
but I hope the panel will hear me and know what I'm trying to hint at.
Right. Well, I do believe, like you said, that's a good price range, and like, I'm not in construction, you are, but just knowing the basic cost of construction that we normally quote people based on the cost of housing and stuff like that. Even if the amount does come up a bit, even in the 300,000, that's not bad. But when we start talking about 500,000,
No,
it's
it's not
housing.
affordable. It's not
It's
affordable.
no longer affordable for the salaries of
No.
the people in the Turks and Caicos
No.
Islands.
Anything over 260, 270, be putting our people in trouble. And I can't be a part of that.
Right.
You
Well, like you said, we'll wait and we'll see what comes out in terms of pricing. But at least the good thing is that we are moving forward on it, and we
Yes.
should hopefully see something soon.
Yes.
Okay, just let me see 2 more questions here. Is there anything that would be done in regards to the mosquitoes or sandflies in Middle Caicos? That's a part of the question. Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is we have to help as well. We get all of our buckets outside catching water, old cars catching water, so we have to help as well. But I know for sure the Ministry of Health is having got this drone.
Okay.
Right? The reason why you don't see the drone flying in North Caicos at the moment is because of the internet connection.
Yes.
The internet connection is very terrible up there, and we can't afford to lose that drone in the Pine Yard. So as soon as the I think Honorable Morris and Honorable E.J. Sanders is working on an interim plan to fix the internet over there.
Right.
So as you see that happen, then we'll be able to fly the drone, and the drone then will locate the puddles of water and drop the pods.
Right.
The pods in there to kill the mosquitoes and the eggs of the mosquitoes. So they are making some very advancement in terms of how do you handle that.
Okay.
The sandfly is a different story. The sandflies lay their egg in the sand. There's probably some way you can put something in the sand, but there's so much sand. North Caicos is the two biggest islands in the Turks and Caicos Islands. So to cover all that sand, I don't want to say no, but I will try.
Yeah, but you're working towards, at least with the mosquito situation,
Yes, with
to
the
help
mosquitoes,
to keep that under control.
Of course.
What you mentioned about with the internet connection, I think that's very important to get sorted out also on the island of North Caicos, because
Right.
everybody lives and uses the internet, and I think that's a big part of a lot of people even thinking about investment in the island as well.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that that's also being looked into.
Yeah, since the storm, we've been having serious internet trouble up there. Sometimes you don't get a phone call out, and I'm not blaming the government. I'm not blaming the telecommunications people. I do think we can do more, but I would continue to advocate for better internet service for Middle and North Caicos.
Yes. Yes. So let me ask you this question. From a contractor's perspective, like we know you've said you're in the contractor's construction business before, given the recent increase in construction activities, definitely in North Caicos, are there any changes or improvements that you would like to see from the planning department now that you are there to better support new construction that is happening in these islands?
Well, this interview was so timely. I think that the good Lord is just looking down and is trying to bless North Caicos more than what's going on. Because coming out of our meeting today, we are going to put a development control officer in Middle and North Caicos.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have a new office. It's going to be open up in February. It's at Kenro Gardner building downstairs.
Okay.
We have a young lady has accept that position, and then the development control officer will be over there shortly. The Deputy Governor, Anya Williams, has been tremendously supportive of the satellite offices around the island. So it's take the burden of the main office in Providenciales.
Right.
So much, as you say, so much development is going on in North Middle Caicos. So many of these houses, most of them are legal. But then you have the some people who just decide to build because they don't see no authority.
Right.
And so we'll be having a development control office over there within the next 2 to 3 months.
So that should be also to assist with inspection of construction
that's
sites at various stages,
all inspection,
so that there isn't that delay.
Right. So it wouldn't be no more delays, and hopefully he will be able to clamp down on most of the illegal buildings, illegal structures in North Middle Caicos.
That's cool. So in your view, would you say that North and Middle Caicos is considered the next up-and-coming island in the Turks and Caicos, and tell me why?
Well, I know for sure we are close to Providenciales. We're hoping that spin-off and with the close proximity that people will come, probably do shopping and then go back over there to live. But to tell you the truth, I want North Middle Caicos to be that nice, quiet jam. I love the idea of the boutique hotels.
Yes.
My cousin Don and Kenro have a very nice boutique over there called Pelican Beach.
Yeah.
My good friend Kadron Davel
Yes.
has a very good boutique over there called Ocean Breeze. If I can get about 6 to 8 more of them in North Caicos and about 6 or 8 of them in Middle Caicos, that's all we really need right now.
Yeah.
The big Palace and LeBlanc and them, they can stay in Provo. Provo set for it. You know, so I just need some boutique hotel. You know, we have my cousin Elliot has a motel over there. You know, that's the type of stuff I want to see. And the reason why I want to see that because and I don't want to sound condescending. I'm not saying that they wouldn't be able to afford the big luxury hotels
Right.
or the big high-rise hotel. It's just that when we talk about the boutique hotels, I think the people in North Caicos, that's where we can reach at the moment, and that's where we develop wealth,
Yes.
you know, generational wealth, because, you know, we'll be leaving this to our children with that they can manage and stuff like that. I know the Royal Reef is doing there, and I have nothing against that.
Right.
They're getting ready to continue within the next couple of months, but I don't really want to see
Right.
any big high rises over there in North Middle Caicos.
Well, I think that the majority of North Caicos people, actually even Turks and Caicos people on the whole, I think we feel that North Caicos, being the Green Island, is the jam, and we
Yeah.
want things to fit in with the environment, the natural
Yes.
environment as it
Yes.
is. We in Providenciales, we already have access to all the skyscrapers, the high rises, and we don't want that to be filtered over onto the
Yeah,
other islands.
I can't vote for that.
The boutique hotels, I think, more fits in with what's happening
Yeah.
over there. But just because you mentioned the Royal Reef, that's been a project that has been a bit dormant for a few years now. So apparently, like you said, seems like this is a go, and it's going to be
It is a
moving
go, yeah.
forward. I
Like-
think that still will be a good starter for
Of
things
course,
that are
I mean-
happening on the island.
And I think it's a springboard as well. So
Yeah.
once people come there to live and they see the beauty North and Middle Caicos have, then they buy more property, and you know, especially the price is so good right now.
Right.
You know, and it's very difficult. I think you know that North and Middle Caicos people don't like to sell land, but there's
No.
so much land up there. You know, they say, okay, we can give someone a piece so we can open up North and Middle Caicos a little bit.
Right.
You know, but we don't want to see no high rises. I definitely for sure don't want to see it.
Yeah.
You know,
Northern and Middle Caicos people don't like to sell land, and there's lots of generational land.
Yes,
And I always
yes.
say there's a lot of generational wealth.
Yeah.
But still, those North and Middle Caicos people need to divvy the land out to family members, because having it sitting there, it's still no
well,
use.
you know, they're still afraid that, you know, some of the North Caicos people who live in Provo.
Uh-huh.
You know, they're so used to that fast life. They want to probably go up there and sell a piece of land and move back to Provo, you know. But
Right.
we willing to give that person a piece of land. You can build a house on it, put it for rent or short-term rental. Be good with that,
Yes.
you know. But as a true fact, Northern Middle Caicos people don't like to sell land.
Yeah. Someone just asked, could you just probe a little bit more on the hotel, please, for Royal Reef? So we just want to make sure, I guess, just to say that it is coming, it's moving forward, and it's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
Yeah.
The development agreement is completed. I just understand yesterday from one of the real estate agent that they sent out asking people for management or some agreement you guys
Yes.
have in the real estate industry. I know one of the owners. I know two of the owners very well, and they be in conversation all the time. They are ready. They are really ready, and hopefully they can start construction within the next 2 to 3 months.
Right. So with all that we have been, we're going to be wrapping up now. I just want to say to anybody, if you have any final questions, please put it in the chat within this 1 minute because we are wrapping up. So once I see it, I'll ask it before the closing. But with all that you have said today, I think I can agree. I've been telling people for a while that I do believe that Northern Caicos is the next big deal. You know, I know that South Caicos has had its inaugural flight coming in with international flights, and I know that has been like a great motivation and innovation for the people of South Caicos. But even with that, I still always felt like Northern Caicos is the next big thing because I think that people were still commuting to Northern Caicos even with all the promises. And I think now that these things are coming to fruition, it's going to be more tangible that we can see it. I think that's going to only create even a better reason.
I truly believe that. I moved back home in 2017, and I must tell you, I haven't regretted not even a minute. I think that's the best move I've made in my adult life.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, I know, I mean, just being a minister for Northern Caicos and just knowing the passion, I could see the passion most time. Well, I'll say this first. It's always a joy to see anything on Facebook with activities that are happening in the North Caicos. No matter if it's a wake, it's like everyone is excited about it. You can make the worst situation or the worst event a joyful event. I find that about North Caicos people. They're really community spirit. You know, and just seeing you and the community and everything else just helping to make North Caicos alive, I think that's a good thing for North Caicos, and it creates a spark that everybody wants to be a part of.
Thank you very much. And we welcome you. I mean, of course, Provo did well for us. We appreciate the bread basket of the Turks and Caicos Islands. And, you know, most of our folks over here, and we definitely want to go home.
Great.
You know. I go home every Friday afternoon, and come back as if the premier doesn't need me down here on Monday, I don't come. You know, I just love it home. You know.
So in closing, is there anything that we may not have touched that you feel like is very pertinent to say to the people about what's happening for the island of North and Middle Caicos?
What we didn't talk about is Dallas Key.
Go ahead.
Dallas Key is a part of Northern Middle Caicos.
That's true.
And the development agreement is almost completed. They're getting ready to crank up. They want to use the port in North Caicos. So we'll be having people living over in North Middle Caicos that works on Dallas Key. So you're totally right. North Middle Caicos is going to be the next thing. Of course, the government just survey a lot of land for agriculture. That's going to be a big thing. Hopefully, that goes come around shortly. We have the new chairman of the agriculture board, Mr. Courtney Mizik. They're doing a great job and trying to give grants to people. So there's a lot of things happening for Northern Middle Caicos. Hopefully, next time you have me on this show, it'll be for 2 hours, and then we'll talk. We'll talk more about the progress that we've made since today.
Right.
But like we say in Middle Caicos, we just love you all too much.
Too much.
Yeah, so.
I just remember one thing before I close. You know, I always got something going on. They say I talk a lot, but I just get excited about it. But just because you were talking about the ports, I noticed that for the Belfield landing, that's phase 1. What's really in store for phase 2 of the Belfield landing, and how soon can we expect to see something?
We just finished a tender for the boardwalk of the Belfield landing and a jetty. Next, we're going to separate the port building from the commercial. Then we're going to have a commercial. We have a lay-down spot for raw material, and on the east end, east-south end, is going to be where we bring in the fuel boat. So it's going to be separated with containers. Well, first, the existing what's there now.
Right.
We're going to put some plants, some nice trees that you won't be able to see the industrial part. All on the east side is going to be industrial part. Containers and one area, raw material in one area, and fuel is going to be on the next area.
You just said North Caicos right after success.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you so much for being a part of this show, Let's Talk TCI Real Estate. always a pleasure when I can have someone come here and share their knowledge, and not just share knowledge, but update us, the people, on what is actually happening. Because we are excited about progress in the other islands as well. Some of us have also investments in the other islands, and I feel like even some of the people from North and Middle Caicos, they want a reason to go back to their island, to be able to stay there full time, just like yourself. And so hearing all of these good things, I think it's a step in the direction of progress. So thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
And I just want to also say thank you to all those who are listening to this show and all those who have contributed in terms of comments and questions. And definitely when we have the minister back to give an update, please get your questions ready for that part of the podcast. So until next time, like I always say, stay safe and remain blessed. Have a blessed night.